Hey there, welcome to my channel B&B Update Us 24. Devastated by Luna's passing, Finn accuses Steffy of refusing to accept his new daughter. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, John Finn Finnegan will be distraught by Luna Nozawa's passing and might even blame Steffy Forrester for not embracing his new daughter. Fans of B&B will remember how upset Finn was following the entire sugar stabbing incident. At first, Finn was furious that Steffy had erased his biological mother from the map, leading him to believe that she had killed Sheila Sharp. Finn might now experience conflicting emotions towards Luna and the bleak future she appears to be facing. Although Liam Spencer shot Luna, Finn may still hold Steffy somewhat responsible for allowing things to get to this stage. After all, it appears that if Steffy had periodically had Finn join her for supper or coffee, Luna could have been placated. Luna likely would have taken any scraps she could get because she was pleading for a small amount of access. This complete shutout was what ultimately pushed Luna over the brink. Naturally, Steffy's refusal to back down from an armed Luna at the beach home didn't make things any better. How could Steffy have failed to just tell Luna what she wanted to hear? Steffy could have at least lied and pretended that a father-daughter bond could exist rather than yelling about jail and claiming Luna would never fit in with Finn's life. Steffy did just that. It's never a smart idea to further agitate someone who is already unstable while holding a pistol. In the end, Finn might blame Steffy for intensifying the drama and allowing things to get so out of control. Finn will struggle with the loss of his flesh and blood once Luna doesn't survive the procedure. If Finn is upset with Steffy for rejecting his biological daughter once the DNA truth was revealed, it can negatively impact their marriage. However, since Luna will still be broadcast in September, it doesn't appear that her gory ending will be real. We'll see if Lee Finnegan fabricates her granddaughter's death and hides the information from Finn, since she might be up to some scheming. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn may receive more amazing Luna updates in the future, so keep an eye out. The shocking results of Liam and Luna's surgery show who survives and who does not. After Bridget Forrester, Grace Buckingham, and Lee Finnegan deal with some difficult tasks at the hospital, Liam Spencer and Luna Nozawa have some surgery shockers coming up, according to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, July 9th. First of all, since Sheila Sharp, Liam, and Luna have all been shot, there will be further mayhem at the beach home. For a moment, Steffy Forrester will fear that Liam is already dead, but John Finn Finnegan will detect a weak pulse and stop the bleeding with a towel. Still, there will be a lot of blood on the floor for the entire action. B&B will draw attention to the horror of this terrible circumstance and close up on all the crimson that is leaking everywhere. Steffy will lash out at Liam after Sheila considers him a decent man and commends him for his bravery, claiming that Sheila's granddaughter attempted to kill him. Naturally, Steffy won't be considering the fact that Luna is both Finn's child and Sheila's grandchild at this time. Sheila, on the other hand, will look at injured Luna and be horrified by how far she's gone. Sheila will question Luna about what she did, but Luna will be unconscious and certainly won't be able to hear her. All three sufferers will be sent to the hospital for prompt medical attention as soon as the paramedics arrive. Sheila was simply shot in the foot, so her damage isn't very severe. Deacon Sharp should be pleased that Sheila is okay, even though it appears that Luna will cause her to lose another toe. Since Liam and Luna will both end up fighting for their lives, the same cannot be true for them. On Wednesday's episode, Bridget, Lee, and Grace will all be a member of important operations teams. Regretfully, there will be some scary moments in the OR due to problems. Liam will survive the treatment, but he will ultimately be in a coma. Luna appears to be about to die while undergoing surgery. Since it has been confirmed that Luna will continue to air in September 2025, some deceit should occur. If Lee is responsible for Luna's staged death and keeps everyone else, including Finn, in the dark, we won't be shocked. In addition, Carter Walton will make a sincere commitment to Hope Logan about becoming a stepfather soon. Carter will be willing to take on additional fatherly responsibilities once Liam passes away, even though he will want Liam to remain Beth Spencer's father for as long as possible. Thankfully, Liam will survive this gunshot emergency and will probably soon receive a rewrite that reverses his tumor diagnosis. Grace has been acting strangely lately, so all the indicators point to that. We'll keep you updated as soon as her facades are exposed. The good news is that Liam and Luna will still be airing in September, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope begs a comatose Liam in Lee's stunning secret, which is Luna's major twist. According to spoilers for the week of July 14th to 18th on The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee Finnegan might be hiding a spectacular secret that connects to a significant development for Luna Nozawa. Here's what viewers may anticipate. I hope Logan will also ask Liam Spencer, who is comatose, to survive. Although everything seems that Luna is dying in the operation room, reality isn't usually what soap operas portray. After Sheila Sharp shot John Finnegan in the alley, he appeared to be dead, but Lee surreptitiously kept him somewhere to heal. Given that a leaked screenplay indicates Luna will still be appearing on the show in September, B&B may be preparing a similar scenario with her. It appears that Lee and Luna will have more scenes together in the future, which may indicate that she is keeping Luna's survival a secret from Finn and the others. Finn will need to cope with the death of his biological daughter in the interim. Finn will lament the relationship they never had and consider what may have been, since he should presume Luna is gone forever. Finn might be upset at Poppy Nozawa for depriving him of so much time with Luna and failing to provide her with the security she required. Given that Lee has been holding Poppy responsible for Luna's horrific change, Finn may conclude that he is also holding Poppy responsible and react accordingly. Bill Spencer, on the other hand, will battle feelings of remorse at Liam's almost deadly experience. Will Spencer lose his temper with his father or choose to be kind instead? Let's hoping that Bill and Will can eventually work together for Liam's benefit, because they could use each other's support right now. Since Hope isn't prepared for losing Liam, she has naturally already been concerned about it. Hope will plead with Liam to return to his loved ones and fight for as long as possible when she sits at his bedside while he is unconscious following surgery. Given the strange situation involving Grace Buckingham, Liam might have a lot more time than he believes. It appears that Liam's tumor might not be the actual thing, or at the very least, it might not be as bad as he had been told. In any event, Liam is still on the show and will continue to be involved in the action, as he recently taped sequences that will air in September. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope, Steffy Forrester, and many other characters will support Liam for the time being. Keep checking back for any updates on any medical news they may receive. Thanks to Luna, 3 people were shot. Wednesday, July 9, 2025. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful show further mayhem because of Luna's insane behavior. From poor to worse. Luna Nozawa vowed she had no true desire to murder anyone. But it was problematic to carelessly brandish a gun when you didn't truly know how to use it. Sheila Carter had had enough and lunged for the gun, getting shot in the process, before she could point it at Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. This won't help, though, since Luna wasn't finished, and now 3 people, including Liam Spencer, who is already dying, are being brought into the emergency room with gunshot wounds. In 3 separate procedures, John Finnegan, Bridget Forrester, and Grace Buckingham set to work in an attempt to save 3 lives. Is this how Liam's condition is eventually revealed? Liam's condition is delicate, and it may be time to contact his next of kin. Don Diamond's character, Dollar Bill Spencer, is going to learn that his son was shot, as well as that he has a deadly brain tumor. For the Spencer men, this week is not going well. Check out these spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Luna's storyline end? The promise of Carter. Hope Logan and Carter Walton seem strangely unaware of the chaos that is engulfing Luna. Rather, they relish their personal time together, talking about their lives together and their future. Carter claims to be Beth's ideal stepfather, but that just serves to remind Hope of Liam, Beth's biological father, who may not be around for much longer. Earlier, Hope was just hanging out with him. In a hasty attempt to improve the situation, Carter informs Hope that Beth must make the most of her time with Liam while he is still living. They are unaware that Liam's illness is even more dangerous than they initially thought. Liam's demise may come much sooner than everyone anticipated due to his resolve to protect Steffy from Luna. When Hope finds out the truth, how will she respond? Liam Spencer battles for life in coma as Luna Nozawa's death fake-out is arranged. According to B&B teasers, Liam Spencer goes into a coma after dramatic beach house shooting, while Luna Nozawa's death will be staged following emergency surgery. 3 victims, startling turns to come. B&B spoilers. Liam Spencer fights for life in a coma as Luna Nozawa plans a death fake-out. Yesterday, the beach home became a veritable war zone, and I'm still in shock at what transpired. 3 individuals fired. One is in a coma. On the operation table, another is said to be dying. And another toe goes down for Sheila Sharp. At this pace, the woman will require special shoes by the next season. The worst part is that there are rumors that Luna Nozawa's death is going to be faked, and if that sounds familiar, you're right. The shooting that made all the difference. There is a lot here, so let me explain. Luna's fixation with Daddy Finn has escalated to dangerous levels, and she went into full psycho mode in an attempt to eliminate Steffy Forrester, but things quickly went awry. Luna shot Liam Spencer square in the chest during the gunfight. But hold on, it gets more bizarre. As Luna lunged at Liam, he miraculously grabbed the gun and fired back at her, despite being wounded by a bullet. Adrenaline must have flown through the man's roof. Just as Finn got to the scene, they both fell to the ground in puddles of blood. Can you picture entering that nightmare? And Sheila, too? She was shot in the foot when she attempted to step in. Because she did, of course. The woman can't resist becoming involved in every situation, can she? Dramatic emergency surgery, but someone isn't surviving. Lee Finnegan, Grace Buckingham, and Bridget Forrester prepared for emergency procedures when the 3 victims were taken to the hospital. That operating room must have been incredibly tense. Everything points to Luna being the unfortunate one, and spoilers hint that one individual does not make it through surgery. Hold on, though. Do you recall when Lee staged Finn's death? When everyone believed he was dead, she kept him hidden away and nursed him back to health. Yes, this place is giving me a lot of déjà vu feelings. Fans are speculating that Lee is going to execute the same prank on her niece, so I'm not the only one. Carter promises something bold. Carter Walton is already making advances that have me giving him the side-eye hard while Liam is battling for his life. He's making a promise to Hope Logan that he will act as Beth Spencer's father figure. Excuse me? The man isn't even yet chilly. Carter is already preparing to play father while Liam is actually undergoing surgery. The foolishness. At least someone is considering the poor little child who is going to receive heartbreaking news about her father, I must concede. Hope's entire world is about to fall apart. Speaking of Hope, the call that will alter everything is about to reach her. Is it possible? You're going about your day 1 minute, and then you're rushing to the hospital because your child's father, your ex-husband, is barely surviving after getting shot? This is where things start to become pretty intriguing. Liam will survive his surgery, according to sources, but he will remain in a coma. A coma. We've already been through this with Liam, haven't we? Right now, the man has more lives than a cat. However, it will be cruel for Hope to watch him struggle for his life while hooked up to machines. Is history repeating itself with the Luna death fake out? Now, about the purported death of Luna. According to September 2025 script leaks, Luna and Liam are still alive. Therefore, Luna's death is undoubtedly being staged unless B&B is preparing some intense flashback episodes, which, let's face it, they enjoy doing. Lee Finnegan has previously done this. She literally has expertise in the area of fake a family member's death and secretly nurse them back to health. Furthermore, Luna is both Finn's daughter and her niece. Whether it's illegal or not, you can guarantee she will do everything in her power to keep her safe. However, I have a question. Where will she conceal Luna this time? The home of Finnegan? Some covert medical facility? In the woods? A cabin? There are countless options. The implications for all. The ramifications of this shooting will be enormous. The fact that Liam was shot to protect her from Luna may possibly make Steffy feel bad. Finn will have to choose between his traumatized wife and his psychotic daughter. Carter will attempt to play house as Hope deals with Liam in a coma. Lee will be planning a second death cover-up. Sheila is now completely exhausted and is most likely planning a retaliation. Also, spoilers for Bold and Beautiful. Carter Walton says he will be Beth Spencer's stepfather despite Liam's health issues. We all know that Luna will eventually return from the dead, so let's not even discuss what will happen then. Fan theories are getting out of control. This plot is causing social media to go crazy. Since Ronna was mentioned in leaked screenplays, some fans are theorizing that Luna might have a twin sister. This would add even more insanity to an already chaotic situation. Others speculate that Lee may be punishing Luna for her sins by making everyone think she's dead this time. You can't exactly go about attempting to kill your stepmother if everyone believes you're dead, can you? The million-dollar questions. There are a lot of questions circulating at the moment. What is the duration of Liam's coma? When he's struggling for his life, will Hope realize she still feels something for him? Will Carter actually attempt to take Liam's place as Beth's father figure? Where will Lee conceal Luna while she is feigning death? This time, will Finn know the secret? When Steffy learns that Luna is truly still alive, how will she respond? There is no doubt that the upcoming weeks will be an incredible ride. The drama is just beginning with Liam comatose, Luna dead, and Carter pursuing Hope. Believe me when I say that Los Angeles won't know what hit it when Luna makes her triumphant comeback in September. And truthfully, I'm very excited to watch how everything turns out. Dr. Grace Buckingham, a respected OB/GYN with a history of dubious loyalties and a cold, meticulous approach to people management, has been hovering around Liam Spencer ever since his mental health allegedly deteriorated. However, as viewers replay the scenes and read between the lines, the inconsistencies in her diagnosis have become too difficult to ignore. Fans of the bold and the beautiful are raising concerns about Grace because her medical judgment is beginning to look far from clinical and far more calculated, as rumors that she may be purposefully drugging Liam Spencer under the pretense of treatment. Long renowned for his impetuous but mostly steady behavior, Liam abruptly started displaying symptoms of severe forgetfulness, paranoia, and memory loss, not naturally, but suspiciously at the same time that Grace became involved in his case. Was he being chemically coerced into looking unstable, or was he actually experiencing psychological decline? The evidence suggests the latter. Following private, off-screen sessions with Grace, later ambiguously referred to as behavioral health support, fans observed that Liam's unpredictable behavior increased. However, there was no openness regarding prescription drugs or diagnoses. Just this sparked curiosity. Everything changed, however, when Bridget Forrester came back to town and saw Liam's blood work from his most recent hospital stay. High amounts of benzodiazepines and mood-altering drugs were found, none of which had ever been prescribed. Who then gave them permission? The puzzle becomes more complex when you consider Grace's troubled past and her propensity to protect family at all costs, and the timing is just too ideal. Despite her name being on the charts, Grace continues to deny providing anything other than routine support. Simultaneously with Liam's mental decline, Steffy and Finn's relationship was disintegrating, and Hope Logan's emotional reliance on Thomas was growing. Conveniently, a destabilized Liam suited several purposes. It diminished his public reputation, separated him from his children, and eliminated him as a serious romantic danger to both women. However, the most important question still stands. For whom and why would Grace jeopardize her license? According to the most popular fan hypothesis, Grace formed a hidden alliance with a strong character off-screen, potentially even Sheila Carter, who may have used blackmail, leverage, or even secrets to control Grace. Grace has recently exhibited a startlingly antiseptic, emotionless, and even robotic manner, as though she is more concerned with following directions than practicing medicine. Not to mention that Grace is no stranger to using deceitful methods to safeguard the reputations of her daughter Paris or to further her own goals. Her unsettling insistence on managing Liam's care in private has drawn criticism from viewers. She even suggested that he avoid psychiatric evaluation outside of her office, which is an unconventional and dubious professional action. Furthermore, even though Liam is currently barely capable of making his own medical decisions, Grace firmly blocked Bridget's recent request for a second opinion, citing patient confidentiality. Suspense is increased by the fact that Grace has been observed avoiding calls from the pharmacy and deleting messages from her hospital portal, which are signs that someone is going to find a smoking gun. Suspicious but courteous, Bridget has started looking through security footage and logs of controlled substances, which may provide a paper trail that leads straight to Grace. Not to mention the emotional fallout, Steffy is overcome with guilt, wondering if her last argument with Liam caused him to lose it. Hope, perhaps the most conflicted of all, is finding it difficult to reconcile her grief with the possibility that Liam wasn't sick, he was poisoned, and Bill Spencer is furious, blaming himself for not intervening sooner as Liam spiraled. Every relationship on the program would be destroyed if this were true. Grace is also running out of time as Liam remains in a coma, his body feeble but his brain possibly starting to fight off the sedation. Liam might reveal all if he awakens and recalls the events leading up to his collapse. Does Grace fear losing her job, her reputation, or something worse? The latest teaser from CBS shows her staring at his hospital bed with her fists clenched but her face blank. Soap aficionados are aware that this type of psychological warfare isn't accidental, it's classic bold and beautiful sabotage, and that the notion that a licensed doctor, a woman charged with the care of vulnerable patients, could be complicit in drugging a Spencer heir is explosive. However, this plot has a darker underbelly that is much more unsettling. What if Grace believes she is assisting Liam? What if she has been tricked into thinking that sedating him is for the greater good, and that he poses a risk to himself and others? The authors are familiar with this type of morally ambiguous situation, and if Grace's judgment has been clouded by false information or misplaced trust, she may end up playing both the victim and the villain in this storyline. She is the coldest operator in Los Angeles, though, if she is acting in this way for financial gain, leverage, or retaliation. Fans are immediately comparing Grace to her scandalous ex-husband, Dr. Reese Buckingham, who abducted Hope's baby and sold her for cash. It's poetic in the most twisted, soap-operatic manner that Grace, who was so repulsed by Reese's behavior, might now be doing the same thing, manipulating life and death behind a lab coat. What if Grace is being watched? This is where things start to go crazy. What if Thomas, Bill, or Sheila had been surreptitiously observing her behavior and gathering evidence to use when the time was right? After all, no plan this complex remains undiscovered indefinitely, and it is obvious that the walls are closing in. Whether it is due to Bridget's medical audit, a security breach, or Liam's awakening, Grace's fate, and the futures and reputations of all those involved, is in jeopardy. One thing is certain as the plot of July 9th develops, this is not merely a medical mystery. It's a psychological thriller, a moral reckoning, and possibly the largest scandal to ever shake Forrester, Spencer, and Logan's empire. In addition to providing drama, The Bold and the Beautiful is destroying faith in its most revered institutions and transforming a dependable healer into a prophet of doom if Grace Buckingham has been genuinely drugging Liam Spencer. Who will reveal her first, and will Liam survive to speak the truth, is the only question that remains.